creating a virtual device that we have done last session. I think you all remembered when we are trying to launch the AVD Android virtual device. Okay, there is a problem of some installation. Okay, no, I have rectified that one. I could not get the time, but somehow 10 minutes before itself, before the start of the session, I have rectified that problem. Okay, one of the file is missing in the HDK tools that I have installed. In the last session, what we have done, let me repeat once again and we'll see. Okay, we'll see what we have done in the last session. You all could see that, this is the Android Studio page. What we have done, this is XML layout. Okay, I can have blueprint and actual layout. So what we have done in this layout, I have taken three widgets here. One is this we call in Android Studio. This is called activity. This is one activity, and this activity is called main activity. Activity underscore main dot XML XML layout, and its name is main activity. Okay, so what is the meaning of main activity? The main activity is the only activity when any app is launched. What is the first page that is visible in your Android mobile? That particular page in Android Studio, it is called main activity. So by default it takes main activity. If you wish to give any different name, it is up to you. I can give login activity, homepage activity, anything I can give name, but we have kept as a default name only, that is main activity. So what is main activity? Main activity is the page that is opened for the first time when you launch the app. As an example, I told you in the earlier session also, when you open Facebook app for the first time, the first page that it will be opened is your login page. That means it will ask you to enter user ID and password. If you did not have any account, and the bottom of that there is an option called create an account. Have you seen that? So that first page is called main activity in Android Studio. Now this is our main activity right now. Now what we are doing, let's say we are taking a random example, and let's say we are creating an app, Android app, and the first page we must have login page. Any app will have login page by default. 99% it will have login. Even if you are playing any game also, it will ask you to log in first. Okay, so that is very important. So in that case, okay, so we are creating this page. So in the login, what we are asking, we are asking for full name and password. Okay, we are asking about for the name and password, right? Once name and password is given, we will click on login button. Once login button, when we click on login button, it will be redirected to home page. So what will be the homepage of the Facebook? We'll have feed, we'll have videos, we'll have option to create, we have the option to redirect to messenger. All these things will be there on the homepage. Okay, we'll be redirected to homepage. So this is called XML layout, the main activity. Now as I said, this is actually the layout will be like a skeleton. Okay, what is the layout? Like HTML, XML, all these are the skeleton of any application, maybe web application or mobile application. Just the skeleton will be the XML layout. And CSS you all learned. Okay, HTML, CSS, and Java or JavaScript. Okay, so the CSS is the coloring part. Now this is in black color, this is in blue color, and the name login is in white color. I can change these colors. It's not an issue. I can change the full name hint to different color, red color, any color I can change. So if I am giving any coloring, that is the dress of your body. XML layout is a skeleton, and the coloring part is a dressing up. Okay, and what is the code that we write for this layout? That is called Java code, which is the brain of the body. So without brain, the body will not function. Am I right or not? So what is the brain of any app? The actual coding. That is main activity.java. Okay, what we have done in the coding, we have declared, this is called declaration part, as simple in the simple terms. In the declaration part, we have created three variables which are private. That means this is the access specifier, you all know in the Java. So what does it mean? It means that these variables must be used within this class. Okay, what is this class? Main activity, this main activity class. So three variables we have declared. One is full name, another is password, another is login. Okay, three names are declared. Okay, what is the type of this variable? So full name is edit text because I have to enter the name, and password is also edit text because I have to enter the password. And login is not a edit text. We will not enter anything in the login. It's a button. Actually, we will click on the button. Okay, buttons are used to click. Understood? So we have declared login as button. Now how, where I'm using these three variables? I'm using these three variables here: full name, password, login. So here I'm using. So what I'm doing here, I'm assigning this variable with an id. Okay, which is a id here. So how do I do that? How do I identify this is XML layout? If you see at the attributes, these are the attributes. Right corner, you can see right side. Full name will have attribute, id will be there. Id we can choose anything. I have chosen et underscore full name. Why I have given et? Et stands for edit text. All edit text widgets I'll give you et as first, and later the name of the widget I'll give. I can give capital letters, or I can give camel case or small letters, anything we can follow. Okay, so et underscore full name is the id of this widget, and password et underscore password. What about login? bt underscore login. Bt stands for button. That is my indication. Okay, you can go for any indication. That is up to you. So in whichever way you are comfortable, you can do that. Okay, so that's what I have done. Bt underscore login. Now come to code. Uh, what you have done? I'm identifying all these buttons. Sorry, widgets. I'm assigning to these variables. Okay. So find view by id, r.id dot. When I give dot, it will give the suggestions, auto suggestions. We need to choose the widgets. That's it. I have taken three. Now I'm clicking on login. When I click on login, what happens? Full name dot. No, whatever full name we are entering, that will be taken as a text and converted into string and assigned to input name. Input name of type string. It will take input password also of string only. Okay, so all the variables and uh, I mean all the numbers and alphabets will be considered as strings here. Okay, if input name equal to admin and input password also 123, if this is satisfying, this and this are correct, then enter this loop. Okay, enter this loop, intent new. uh, so what this intent is called, intent is of type. What is the use of intent? It will shift from one activity to another activity. I'm creating an object of, so this new. Whenever we use the keyword new, you learned in Java also, whenever we use keyword new, what happens? We are creating an object. When we are creating an object, we are assigning a memory space. Okay, a memory space will be there. Understood? So this is very important. So intent, this is small I, intent. This is object name. Object name is intent. When we create intent of main activity dot this comma home page activity dot class, which means that we are shifting from main activity to home page activity. Okay, this is what we have done. Okay, now let me launch the app. Okay, relaunch, run the app and see what happens. Now we have created virtual ID also. Could you all see the mobile app that is launched? When it is launching, it is directly opening the login page. Okay, it is asking to give full name. My full name is user ID is admin, password is 1234. Okay, click on login. So if it is not redirecting, there is some problem in the code. Okay, we'll identify that. Okay, I'm clicking on login button, it's not going. We'll see that. So before that, we'll let's improve the code. Okay, what we do now? Now let me write else also. Else what we can do, if input name is not admin and input password is not 1234, if either of these two are not matching. Okay, then what we have to do, we need to give a message that incorrect details. Am I right or not? That means the user has entered the wrong details. In that case, we need to give the a message which is called toast message. Okay, toast dot make text. What is the text we have to display? We have to display in the main activity. Okay, let me take main activity, comma. So we need to enter the message now. Enter correct. I can give anything. Correct. Let's say details or credentials. I can. Let me give credentials is more appropriate. Enter correct credentials. All right. Main activity. This is the present activity. Dot this I have to take. Main activity dot this comma. Okay. Enter correct credentials. Right. We need to make sure how much. What is the duration? What is the duration of this message? Is it long duration or short duration? That we can do with the toast messaging. Toast dot what is the length? Length long, length short. Okay, I'll take length short. Okay, length short dot show. We have to show the message. Okay, show this message. So there is no error now. So if this condition is true, it will enter this loop and we are starting the activity of intent. Okay, start the intent. That means we are moving from main activity to home page activity. Home page activity is also created. Now let me launch once again, run the app and check whether it is working or not. If it is not working, we'll see. Okay, we'll see one more time. It is giving enter credentials, enter correct credentials. So what are our credentials actually? Admin capital A, password is 1234. We are entering right credentials, but there is a problem in the code logic. Okay, problem in the logic. That's what you have to see. Okay, so let me see the code now. Super on create. Set on click listener. It is giving some auto suggestions. That is not a problem. Okay, you can use anything. All right. So if input name, full name dot get text dot to string. Okay, if this and this condition is satisfied. Yeah, indent. I can give toast message here also. Let me copy this and I'll paste it here, but I'll change the text message to login successful. Yeah. So if I give wrong credentials like this, it is giving. Have you seen this message? Enter current credential, correct credentials. Could you all see this one? This is called toast message, which you are doing now. Okay. So we are unable to move to the home page. Okay, that I'll check the error. Okay. So it will take some time to verify the code. So before that, we'll proceed and we'll improve the code. Okay, that's what we can do. What I do, instead of giving directly username and password here, let's say input name. If input name, we have taken input name, and we'll change this to different variable, and we'll use a different function. So the purpose is, for example, in the XML, if you see here, for example, I will not give anything. That means I simply leave the blank. User ID will not be given, password is not given, and I'll click on enter. Now is my app takes such kind of empty credentials and give the access to login? We should not give that. Am I right or not? We should not give whenever user is trying not to enter anything in the user ID and password and trying to click on login. We must give a toast message like enter all the details. Okay, so that's what we do here. So input name, if it is empty, if is empty, okay, if this, I'm using or function, or input password is empty. Okay, if input name is empty or input password is empty, then enter to the loop, enter if loop, and let me remove this, and I need to give the toast message, not login successful, but I need to give a message to the user that please enter all the details. Okay, don't leave anything blank. That's what the meaning here. Okay, so if I launch this app, let me see what happens. I'll terminate the earlier AVD and I'm launching once again. See here, please enter all the details. Okay, so if I click on login directly without entering anything, okay, please enter all the credentials, all the details. That means it will not allow to login. Okay, so that's what happened here. So if the condition, what is the if condition here? If condition is, if it is empty, if input name and input password is empty, which means that user not entered anything, we are giving if condition like this. Else, what is else? Else means it is not empty. That means the user is entering something. Okay, then I will move on. I'll remove this line. Okay, else what I do, I'll go for a function, validate. I'm going for validate. Okay, validate function. In the validate function, I'm passing parameters like input name, comma, input password. Okay, I'm passing two parameters to the validate function, and I will take one variable as is valid. Okay, is valid equal to validate of. Now I have not declared what is valid anything. Okay, that's what I have to do now. What is valid, I don't know. Okay, so let me take here I'll take boolean is valid equal to, I'll take false. Initially let me take false or true, anything depending on that I will make sure the program. Okay, so where is valid equal to, I am calling a function. So this is a call of function. This is called function call. Okay, so where I have to write the function now, because I have called the function, I need to write the function call. Correct or not? Validate, I need to write the function here. So this is toast message. This is login. This is protected on create. This is main class. Let me write the function private. Now if I want to return anything, I have to write a string, or let me write validate of anything variables you have to take, any variables, any other variables, so that these will be assigned, okay, in the valid function. So in the validate function, what shall I take? Input name is user ID. Let's take as user ID. Okay, that is a string user ID, comma string user password. Okay, user ID and user password. Right. So this user ID and user password we have to check. Just 1 second. We have to check the in the user ID and password. We have to check, because what is the meaning of validate function? In the validate function, we need to check whether entered user ID is exactly what we have given by default. If that is correct, we need to make sure that user ID is you know admin and password is 1234. Like that, we need to give something. Okay, if we give like that, then only we are doing correct. Okay, so what is validate function here? We have taken user ID and user password, and let's return whether they are true or not. Okay, with return with a data type of boolean. Okay, we'll return with boolean. So if we'll take if user id string user password we have taken. If user id dot equals, I use the function equals. If it is equal to, what is the actual where we are giving admin and if it is equal to, let me take where I am giving admin and password. I have removed right now admin and password. Okay, now I can declare that here, right? So private, let me take user id as string, username equal to, I'm assigning a string admin. Okay, private, I'm declaring two variables now, string user password equal to 1234. Okay, if it is validate, so where is the error? If user id equals to username, okay, I need to give username here. If it is equal to username, and use the and condition and logic, and user password we have taken, user password dot equals to, so actually user password we have taken the variable name here, user password. What we declared here is also user password. Let me change to capital P here. Okay, so that it will distinguish user password capital P and any digits. Okay, if this is validate, open the if loop. If this is true, that means if the entered is user id is admin and user password is also 1234, then return true. I am returning true, means condition satisfied. Because we are returning true, that's why we have taken the returning type as boolean. Okay, return true. Else what we need to do? Else condition, if condition not for true, return false. Return false. Okay, if the condition is true, that's fine, otherwise return false. Okay, so where is our validate, where we have called the validate function here? Okay, in the else condition, correct? Else is valid, we have called a function. If valid is true, that means if valid is, if not is valid, which means that it's true. Okay, then open and close the bracket. Actually what we have taken is valid variable, what we have taken the variable here, we have taken false. Okay, but not is valid means what is the meaning of not? Negation. Not is valid means actually by default is valid is false, now we are taking true here. Okay, if it is true, we are returning true. If we are returning true, okay, now we need to make sure that if is valid is true, that means we are returning true here. Whenever user id and password is matching, we are returning true. When we return true, the true value is entered to is valid. Actually by default is value is false. Okay, but what we are assigning here true. Okay, so true, not true means I need to write here false. Okay, not true, not true means what? False. If it is false, then I need to give the toast message that toast dot make text. I need to give the toast message where I have to give in the main activity dot this comma incorrect details. That's what I mean, because which is not true. That means admin and the password is not given correct. Incorrect details. This is what I need to give. Comma toast incorrect details. Toast dot length I need to give short. Okay. Dot show. So I need to show this message. Okay. Incorrect details. This is the if condition. What is else condition? What will be the else condition? If it is not empty, so this is valid condition. Okay, I'm giving toast message. Else, what I have to do? That means the condition is true. I need to give toast message. Toast dot make text in the main activity. Sorry. Main activity dot this comma. I need to give login successful. Login successful. Okay. Comma toast. Give the toast message. Dot for short duration. This is the function to display some toast message. Okay, for short duration. Okay. Now I'll create intent actually. Okay, intent. Object is intent equal to I'm creating new. The function new will create a new object. Okay, intent of main activity dot this to and to go for homepage activity dot class. Okay, that's what I have to do. Okay, now once the intent is created, we need to start the intent. Start intent activity of intent. Okay, this is what we have done now. It takes some time to understand. Okay, but give me some time. I launch this app. What happens exactly? I will show you the output. Okay, once you see the output, then you'll understand. Okay, if any error, we'll see. So we have entered into this is the home page. In the home page, nothing is there. Okay, let me give empty details. I'll remove this. This is called empty. Means fields are empty. What should be? Please enter all the details. Now let me enter wrong ID password. Okay, I am entering user ID wrong. Password I'll enter correct. Let's say incorrect details. Okay, let me show you. In the home page, we did not have anything. Let's create something. Okay, I just create a text view. Let's say right. So in this text view, I just elaborate. I am not constraining for right now. I can do that later. Okay, I'll write something here. Something in the text view as welcome to homepage. Okay, this is what I do. Right. Now let me launch once again. And we'll see in the login page, are we able to get Okay, I'll give correct credentials. Admin 1234. I'm giving correct user ID and correct password. See here, welcome to homepage. Actually, we have placed homepage here, but it has gone here. Have you seen this? Because we have not constrained the widget. If you did not constrain, you will not get a proper output. Okay, welcome to homepage. This is homepage. Okay, so if I give wrong, I need to give the toast message. You observe here, toast message, you will get incorrect details. See here, incorrect details. This is toast message that we have written in the code. Okay, if I give empty, what do I get? What is the toast message? If I get empty, please enter all the details. Okay, this is what you will get.